Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the
Zach
and Lex Talks Stuff
Stuff
Podcast.
Podcast.
I will eventually be able to finish each other's sentences. We're working on that. That's our next. That's our next set of friendship goals.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shortly after sandwiches.
Yeah. How come we have never had like a best friend handshake?
Well, I think I proposed one a while back. I propose it to everyone though. The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody handshake.
Yeah. You know what? I'd be down. I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
It hadn't hit me until just now. But so yeah, this episode is this is a show about me and my best friend in the whole wide world, Zach, that just talking about stuff. We've been friends for a long time and always wanted to do this, and we really enjoyed doing episode 1 together.
Yeah.
We're just trying to see how episode 2 goes. Episode 2 is usually like the make or break for some people regarding TV shows.
Well, let's make it good. Good for the viewers.
Well, I know that the one subject we'll get into, and we'll get into it a little bit later. We will talk Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. We will be talking about like Frankenstein in general. I got my version of the book too. But yeah, so let me just ask you this. How are you? How have you been? What have you been up to?
Kind of loaded question, to be honest. I'm alive. I think that's something a majority of the people out there in the world today can say. That's kind of the best thing you can ask for at the moment. Just kind of taking every day where you can, step at a time.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm doing my best, I'm just trying to get by one step at a time, and just, things haven't been bad. They've just been, definitely have some loaded stuff coming along. What is it?
Sorry, I don't mean to be laughing. I had the door kind of slightly closed, and all of a sudden it just boom right through the door. I thought someone was trying to break in, and I just see this tiny little black cat pop out. Now she's trying to figure out how to get out too. Luna. Oh, she's leaving us. Okay, I guess she's one of the viewers that already left. Okay.
Yeah. Aww.
Luna's our biggest critic.
All right. Well, I mean, the Muppets came with their very own haters, and look how successful they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I got at the time of this recording, probably by the time this airs, I'll have already been on my New York trip. And so I've been pretty excited about that. I wanted to do one last cool thing before the year ended. And I was like, this time of the year is a little sad for me. It's got some memories of, some good stuff and some not some good stuff that happened a long time ago. And I was like, how about I fill that void with something great? And so I just put like, how about I go to New York for a day? So the main reason why I'm going to New York is because I want to see the big tree at Rockefeller Center. I've never seen it in person. I've been to Rockefeller Center when I was like 12, 13, but I've never seen the tree in person before. And I think
now, are you gonna react to the Home Alone scene from Home Alone 2? Jack will be the mom, you'll be Kevin. Yell each other's names across Rockefeller Center.
I was thinking more just recreating Elf.
Oh, that too. Yeah, or that scene from Saturday Night, where John Belushi just absolutely wrecks ice skating trick. He's like, I'm just gonna lay here for a little bit.
No, but yeah, I wanted to go to New York. Probably gonna go to a couple of pizza places. I heard Joe's Pizza is really good.
I one trick I've learned while traveling, go to different places. I say that like I travel a lot. But from what I've gathered, what you want to do is you want to ask the regular people on the street where they go, observe where people are going, not to be creepy and watch them, but just to, if a normal run of the mill Joe is stopping at this place, that's a good place compared to what, some traveling blog says, this is the number one place to go in New York City. No,
Yeah.
I want the general experience. I want what life is like there.
Yeah, it's just gonna be us walking around New York. There's not quite a plan, but we do the only plans are like get into the city in the morning, try to leave late at night, and before we leave, hang out at Rockefeller Center for a little bit and see the big tree. Everything else in between is just it's open, and I know Jack wants to see a couple of places. He wants to go through Central Park for a little bit, which I'd be down for. I've been getting like recommendations from like coworkers, and they're like, "Oh, there's this bakery here. They have a Nutella bar," and I'm like, "Well, that can't work for me."
No.
Yeah, and I looked up like some of the pizza places because I was concerned like what pizza places use like pesto.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I think there's an Instagram post somewhere that says like Joe's Pizza does not use nuts or anything like that. So
Yeah, I usually look out for I love pesto, but obviously you or I can't have it. Um I'll do cashew pesto or sunflower pesto. Those two are pretty great. Um it always trips people up when I mention that I can have cashews, but I'm allergic to all other nuts.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can have other nuts, but also my allergies have also changed a little bit as time has gone on, so I don't want to jinx anything.
It took us 9 minutes to talk about nuts.
I mean, isn't it always going to talk about nuts one day?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a revolving subject with our friend group.
Absolutely. And but yeah, like a couple things that I wanted to talk about. So I've been catching up more on some of my movies. Uh Last time we talked, I've been saying that I wanted to see Weapons,
Mm.
and I finally saw Weapons. Holy shit, it's amazing.
Isn't it so good?
Yeah, I love it, and I understand why people are like, "Oh, I don't like the last 5 minutes of the movie. It's tonally different than the rest."
Yeah.
I say it's in keeping with the tone of the movie because there's parts of the movie where they are kind of funny,
Oh,
like
for sure.
darkly funny, like the part where Josh Brolin's character, I'm forgetting the character's name. He When he's like talking to his son in his dream, and he's like, "I'm so sorry, please come back to me." And he like turns on the light, and it's like Gladys like hissing at him, and then he wakes up. He's like, "Ah." He pauses for a minute and then goes, "What the fuck?" I audibly guffawed when that happened. It was just perfectly timed comedy, in my opinion.
Dude, my girlfriend and I were watching that, and halfway through the movie, I'm looking at Gladys, and I'm like, I know that face from somewhere.
Yeah, same. I felt that way.
And then I'm like, is that Shanice from Uncle Buck?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But let's put up a picture of the two on here of just Shanice and then Gladys. Yeah.
Don't do drug. I'll cut that
out. But yeah, no, like I was really surprised, and Gladys was a good villain. We never. I will admit it did disappoint me that we didn't find out why she needed all those kids. I guess to feed off of their energy or something like that. Feed off their life force.
I kind of picked up on that, but I do. I don't know if it was just something I was missing, but I definitely suspect it was something to do with that, since she was very witchy.
Yeah, and you saw by like the end of the movie, before she's ripped apart, she has more hair on her head than she did before. She was like, "Can you get all the children for me?"
Mm-hmm.
Like, you see how little hair she had, and it looked like after that she had a little more, so I guess whatever she was doing was working.
Also, I loved the time jumps where it was able to jump around a bit but not be incoherent and discombobulating.
Mm-hmm.
I will also say my soul nearly left my body when it just slowly panned into the basement and showed that all the kids were just standing there idle in the basement.
Yeah.
That freaked me out.
Yeah. I did have an eerie feeling in the middle of the Junkie's story when he's in the woods and he sees Gladys just like slowly waving in the background. I was like, "Ooh, that's a scary chill." And but yeah, no, like the horror of it is really good. And the thing is, like, yes, it's a horror movie, but it's also a dark mystery.
Yes.
And
yeah.
And I was talking to a coworker about this today. I was saying, I'm not the biggest horror fan on the planet. I'm a horror appreciator. And to me, some of my favorite horror is when other stuff is mixed in with it. It's like how I don't like olives, but if it's mixed into a pizza well enough and it's buried enough, then yeah, I'll eat it. But yeah, like, I mean, some of my favorite horror movie of all time is Evil Dead 2. And even though that movie is freaky as hell, it's also kind of silly at the same time.
Oh, for sure.
Like, it's kind of funny, and that's one of the reasons why I like it so much, because like it has that like funniness to it that makes it, a little more interesting. Unless a story is well done. If it's a well done story, then like sure. But I also do like Nightmare on Elm Street. But I think the reason why I like Nightmare on Elm Street is because Freddy is fun.
Yeah.
Like, even though he's scary, he's also a little campy and silly. Like, he cuts off his own hands and he's like, like he's being silly and over dramatic when even though he's still being intimidating at the same time. And I think that's like the type of stuff I like mixed into it.
Oh, for sure. It has to be balanced, or then it's just really boring. It's like eating the same, dry piece of turkey on Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a couple pieces, but you don't want to keep choking it down. You know?
That's why I also love Zombieland.
With Woody Harrelson.
Yeah. No, that movie's hilarious. I love watching that.
I was just talking with someone today about that movie. I haven't seen them, but I've heard good things.
I've seen the first one.
Jesse Eisenberg's in them, right?
Yes, he is. I've seen the first one. I haven't seen the second one. But yeah, I loved Weapons. I loved the multiple story angles where it's like, okay, it's this person's perspective, and we're also having specific things happen where it's like, hey, can you loan me some money? Or like you see a particular truck, or you see a person walking by at a specific time, and you're like, oh, that's when the thing with the thing and the thing, like, it all like comes together. It's like cut to Charlie from Always Sunny being like, "Yeah, let's talk about the mail. Let's talk about the mail.
Let's talk about Pepe Sylvia. Can we talk about Pepe Sylvia, please?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like when movies like have those moments, but they're not dumb.
Yeah,
And
treat us as intelligent viewers. Don't spoon feed us.
yeah, but yeah, no, I really loved it. The performances are great. The atmosphere is also pretty creepy. Like I, but yeah, seeing the kids like run with their arms out like this is like someone was asking like, why are their arms like that? Why is it specifically like that? And I think someone put it best. They were like, it's uncanny valley.
Yeah.
It's the uncanniness that makes it kind of creepy in a way.
Girlfriend and I were laughing about it because we're like, isn't that the same run that they did to storm Area 51 a few years back? They can't stop all of us. You realize they have drones, right?
Yeah. I mean, Zach Kreger was from The Whitest Guys You Know. Yeah, which that surprised me. Someone told me that last week. I was like, he's from Whitest Kids You Know? Yeah, and it surprised me. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I also found out that another movie of this year that I gotta see but haven't seen, which is Bring Her Back.
Oh, yeah. We talked about watching that together.
Yeah, I'd like to watch that with you. I think it'd be fun.
Next hangout, we'll watch that.
Yeah. But yeah, Bring Her Back. The directors of those movies, I'm forgetting their names off the top of my head, but they were part of a YouTube channel I liked when I was in middle school called Raka Raka.
Oh, nice.
And Raka Raka were a bunch of Australian guys who would just do crazy over the top stuff and do like crazy stunts. They did like Halo versus Call of Duty. They did Marvel versus DC. They did Star Wars versus Harry Potter, and it was all over the top action stuff. And they also, but yeah, it was like a bunch of crazy things. And I remember those guys, and I'm like, these guys are freaking insane. And then I find out that they're now making A24 horror movies. And I'm like, the same guys that made Batman like a complete idiot and had Robin jump out of a closet to beat up Iron Man, and Batman was saying, "Robin, get back in the closet, Robin, get back in the closet." And is now making like some of the best movies of the year. Like it's crazy how much things have changed. That's really what it's all coming down to. Like the people that we watched growing up on like YouTube and stuff like that are now making completely different stuff. Like Jordan Peele went from like Key and Peele of like pre-Sant to Get Out. And then John Krasinski went from doing, to like A Quiet Place.
Yeah.
So, which I kind of like this trend of like people who are known for like silly, funny stuff just make darkness.
Ooh, speaking of big comedy names, and you mentioned his name, Jordan Peele. Did you hear about one of his new projects?
Yes, I heard Sam Raimi and Jordan Peele are doing a movie together.
Did you hear what it's about?
It's based off of a YouTube horror thing. I don't remember.
It's one of my favorite short films of all time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called The Portrait of God.
Oh, yeah, The Portrait of God.
Yeah. I'm skeptic, but I'm optimistic because I trust both of these directors heavily.
Well, my question is, are they going to work well together?
That, and it's a short film for a reason. I mean, I think there's stories that there's not much fat to them. You don't if you add too much to it, it just becomes flushed out. It's a nice, lean story, and it gets its stuff across without dragging on. I don't know if there's much more to add to a movie about it, but I mean, I'm again, I love anything that Jordan Peele has put out recently. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I wonder if Keegan-Michael Key will ever do a horror movie with Jordan Peele, or is he like, no, you do that one, boo. I don't do the serious stuff. I'm the comedy guy. I do comedies. I don't want to do that.
I haven't heard much about Keegan Michael Key in a while, other than him being in Wonka, and then doing some of the commercials recently. He was in The Predator.
Yeah, but he was also the comedy character in that movie.
Yeah.
Like he made the joke of like, hey, if your mom's vagina was an Xbox, it'd be rated E for everyone. That was his yeah, something like one of those. And that movie was not good.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a Shane Black movie too, which is a shame because Shane Black has also made another movie that I love with all my heart, aside from like Lethal Weapon, The Nice Guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
The
love
Nice
that
Guys.
movie.
I need to rewatch that. That'd be another fun movie night.
I
Like,
wonder if Jack's seen it.
yeah, oh my gosh, Yumi showed Jack The Nice Guys. Yeah. He just loses his mind. He's like, what the hell is going on? I don't know what's going on, but I love it.
I will forever be pissed that this movie flopped in the box office and will not get a sequel.
Mm-hmm. I would have paid good money for a sequel.
I let's start a crowdfund.
Well, the question is, what is Shane Black doing now? I mean, if we reach out to him, let's see what we can do. I'd be like, hey, Shane Black, do you want to make a sequel? What?
Oh no.
What happened?
He did a Mark Wahlberg movie. I'm out.
No. In all fairness, like, I don't know. Sometimes you need money.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's see. Yeah, what he did recently was Play Dirty with Mark Wahlberg. It has like a 43 on Rotten Tomatoes. It has Tony Shalhoub, so I'll give it that.
Mm.
We watched Flight Risk the other day.
I saw on Catherine's letterbox that she gave it like 1 star.
Yep.
It's that bad.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Oh.
It's real bad. Yeah, I'd put it on the same level as The Happening. Yeah.
The Happening. Yeah. That's a...
What? No!
Yeah, what? No! Or like, I need a second. Why can't anybody give me a goddamn second?
Oh. Why did that sound like Jerry Seinfeld a little bit?
I don't know. But yeah, that movie was funny.
Yeah. It took a lot to get through that movie.
Yeah. It felt like an eternity, even though it was like an hour and 40 minutes, I think.
And that's the thing too. Like, we had just watched Pluribus, the first episode, before watching that.
Yeah.
Or was it after?
No, we watched it before The Happening.
It was just...
Yeah. That's the funny thing. Like, The Happening does something similar to Pluribus, but Pluribus is also doing something I've never seen before.
And doing it really well.
Yeah, because I can't recall the last time I thought of, like, alien radio waves infecting everyone. Usually it's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers or a virus, and they're like, we're not a virus and we're not aliens. It's something else.
I mean, I recently rewatched it. I showed my parents, and they love the show too. But like, it's so interesting that it's like a signal coming from light years away, telling you how to build, like, essentially instructions on how to build this cohesive mind glue that just forces everyone into a hive mind.
Yeah.
Like, it's just... It feels like a Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah, it does. And it's pretty dope. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't quite feel like Breaking Bad, like in how they shoot it, but there's definitely some,
You can
like,
tell by it's made by the same director, but
yeah.
like,
Yeah, no, I'll share with you guys. We'll find ways to be able to watch it that aren't pirating.
yeah.
But yeah, like Pluribus, I gotta watch the next episode. I think I'll rewatch the first episode and then just go from there. Yeah, I feel like Ben would really like that show.
Yeah. I was trying to get my boss to watch it too. He's just been watching. He didn't watch he watched Breaking Bad. He didn't watch Better Call Saul, and didn't watch El Camino. So he's finishing. I think he's in season 4 of Better Call Saul.
Okay.
And so he's loving that, and he's gonna finish that and watch El Camino. And I told him, like, I wouldn't say El Camino is on the same level as Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul by any means, but I did say it's like I think it's a nice ending to Jesse's story. You know, a good send off at least.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, El Camino was unnecessary, but I enjoyed it for what it was.
Yes, that's a good way to describe it.
Yeah. And it was also kind of nice just seeing, like, Jesse be free. Because after everything that he's gone through, if anybody deserved to be free, it was him. You know, he had the chance to change his life around, and he did.
That, and you can't necessarily say Jesse is innocent of what happened by any means, but he is by far the biggest victim of everything that goes on in the show.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's other victims, but like consistently throughout the show, he's just loss after loss after loss.
Yeah.
I think Jesse has become one of my mom's like favorite fictional characters.
Yeah. No, Jesse's just a great character, and he was supposed to die originally.
Yep.
And then they were like, no, let's keep him alive. And, yeah. No. By the way, did you finish Better Call Saul?
Yeah.
Yeah. The last episode might also be one of my favorite episodes of the show.
I just love how it's shot. Just so much. Yeah.
But yeah, like, one thing that I loved throughout the whole episode was Saul, in different points in time of his life, asking people, if you had a time machine, where would you go and what would you do? And he asks Mike this when they're in the desert together. At first, you don't think Mike is going to answer it. And then he gives him an answer, and he's like, why that date? He's like, it was the day I took my first bribe. I was like, oh, poor Mike. Yes, Mike is complacent in some really terrible things, but it's sad because you know at the heart of it, like, Mike is not an evil person. Gus, I would say, is evil.
Oh, for sure.
Walter White is absolutely evil.
Oh, vile to the core.
Yeah. And then we cut to when Walter and Saul are in the bunker together, and he asks him the same question. Of course, Walter needs to be an asshole about it and just be like, that doesn't make any sense. You can't, if you time traveled, then you'd be the exact same place. So if you would say, like, travel space and time, that would make more sense. Now ask me again, like, not an idiot. I'm like, oh, come on, dude. And he's like, what you're actually asking is, do I have regrets? No, I have no regrets. And it just highlights, I'm like, you have no regrets, Walt? Nothing? Wow. Yep. And it just seals the deal of, like, Walter White was a terrible person. You know? He did maybe a couple of good things right before he died. He freed Jesse. He killed the Nazis. He gave the money to, to his family through a different means. And he gave Skylar closure.
Yeah.
That was it. Everything else,
Yeah. I mean, you could even see the seeds of, or the little cracks in the foundation of what a good person would be. How do I phrase it? It's little things that you don't hold as dear to you, that you'll push the envelope a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more until you're a completely different person. And it just changes you the more and more you give in to, say, greed, power, influence.
Breaking Bad is just phenomenal. There's only one part of Breaking Bad I don't love, and that is in the middle of season 3. I think it's when Walter is like, "No, I'm not gonna cook meth anymore," and it's just a few episodes of Walt being like, "I'm not gonna cook meth anymore. I'm not gonna cook meth anymore." I was starting to get bored at that time, and then when Gus hires him, that's when I get interested again. And then we get one of my favorite episodes, The Fly. Yeah, people just think it's a silly slapstick episode. It kind of is, but it's also a metaphor for Walt trying to control things he has no control all over.
Yep. Yeah. I do love occasionally seeing that meme of Walt just boom falling right over.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes my day a little better.
Yeah. Let's see. What else have I been watching lately? Yeah, I've been watching The Walking Dead. Been telling you that Walking Dead's been pretty good. I didn't expect to like The Walking Dead, but I really did. After the first few episodes, I was really into it, like as a show, because I loved the pilot, but I was like, am I gonna love the pilot and gonna have to learn to love the rest of the series? Because that's happened before, where I was like, oh, this pilot's dope. Oh, I don't love the rest of this. That's how I felt about Mr. Robot. Like, the pilot of Mr. Robot is fantastic, but I just was not loving it very much.
Yeah.
And, But yeah, no. Walking Dead, really great. I'm enjoying it. We're almost done with season 4. We got one episode left, and then we go to Sanctuary Terminus. And so that's how far I'm in. And apparently I'm only like a season and a half away from Negan.
Yeah, I remember when that happened, when he popped up, and I remember seeing all those spoilers on social media, just the absolute gory scene, spread all over media.
Yeah. Well, I know what happens. I knew Glenn was gonna die. I knew Glenn was gonna die. I knew Abraham was gonna die, by the hands of Negan. Like, so I already knew that in advance. So I knew how some people were going to die, but I didn't know how others were going to die. Like, I thought I knew what was going to happen to Lori, and then turns out I was completely wrong. Because in the comics, Lori is killed by having a sniper shot at her while she's holding baby Judith. And, and they die. Like, but Judith doesn't die from the bullet. The bullet didn't touch her. She died from Lori falling on top of her. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, Kirkman.
No.
He seems like a human teddy bear when you're like seeing him interviews. Like, I would probably have a very friendly conversation with him, but I'm like, Jesus Christ, Kirkman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the TV show, she just dies in childbirth. She needed to have a C-section, and there was a lack of medical equipment. So
I remember that scene. I think I got up to maybe shortly after that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, one character that I was upset died so soon was Dale.
Mm.
I was talking to someone about this. I was saying like I felt like Dale was kind of the moral backbone of the group.
Mm.
Like Dale very much tried to keep everyone's conscience clear, being like, "Hey, this seems right or this seems wrong." And even though I didn't agree with him that we should protect Randall because Randall was a bad person and had done some horrible things, I understood what he was saying, and I knew what he was trying to convey because he was like, "We're each and every day this team is losing its soul." Then he dies, and then a couple episodes later, Shane's dead, and then a few episodes after that, Lori's dead, and then like Carol kills a couple of people, and then we also have like a bunch of stuff happen, and Carl goes on the deep edge, and then poor Herschel did not deserve to go out the way he did. Oh my gosh, what's her name? The blonde woman. Audrey, something like that. Yeah, like I did not like her very much. I was waiting for her to die. I was waiting for her and Shane to die.
Mm.
By the way, one thing that I noticed when Shane was still alive. So,
Let me tell you something, Brad.
Yeah, in the middle of the show, so Carl gets shot,
Yeah.
and the guy that shot Carl is the guy that plays Pa Kent in the new Superman movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he plays Otis in The Walking Dead, and then Shane kills Otis.
Yep.
And I'm like, Shane, you killed Otis. And you killed Pa Kent. Oh, Superman's not going to be happy about that. But yeah, what else you been watching?
I've been watching what's it called? The Share Company with Tim Robinson.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying that. The new season is Smiling Friends.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see how many like cameos they're able to get in that show.
Well, who's in that show?
There's so many. Let me look up the list. Have you ever watched Red Letter Media?
Yeah.
They're in Smiling Friends a lot.
Oh, nice.
Let's see, cameos. One big name that was in Smiling Friends. What's his name? He's in a lot of other Tim Robinson and Joe Pera stuff.
Oh yeah.
Why am I Joe Pera Talks with You cast? It's bugging me that I can't remember his name. Colin O'Malley.
Okay.
He plays Silly Sam or Silly something in the first episode of the new season. He's the kind of character that's built up of wacky objects, and he's like the most miserable person alive because he hates not being able to be taken seriously. He's like, your name's Silly Sam. He's like, well, can I get plastic surgery to change how I look? And they're like, no, you see, there's a nerve that runs throughout your body, and if we change anything slightly, you will bleed out and die.
No.
What else have I been watching? I've been wanting to watch the more Pluribus. I've been rewatching Adventure Time a lot.
Nice. How far are you in? Or are you just picking episodes?
Merely picking episodes, but not as just picking favorites, but trying to find where I left off in my last watch through. That way I can kind of do like another full watch through. What episode am I on? Season 8, episode 5.
Nice.
I think the last one that I watched, or that I remember, it was playing in the background, was when Ice King's crown gets a virus.
Oh, yeah?
They have to kind of go inside and solve it. Oh wait, no. It's where Finn gets cursed eyes, where every like how he sees people, um, he turns people into what he sees. So like, who's the microwave guy?
I don't know.
I'm trying to remember his name. It's gonna bug me. I'm the worst with names.
Same.
Adventure Time microwave dude. Nepter, of course. He gets turned into a microwave, and Shelby gets turned into a nerd, and Jake turns into a cool older brother, and
he is the cool older brother.
Honestly, but like it's all about trying to see the value in yourself when you see value in other people around you. And so Finn starts getting down in the dumps by changing people, and so he has to fix things by looking into a mirror as other people tell him who they think he is. So honestly, it was not the lesson I was expecting out of an episode, just throwing on the background, but honestly, it feels like something I needed, and it's something that a lot of people could take in nowadays. Not a lot of people see how much worth they have.
Yeah, I'm really trying to figure some of that out myself.
Yeah.
But yeah. One more thing I want to get into before we talk about Frankenstein. And this will be the meatiest part of the episode. So the thing I want to get into real quick is you mentioned Joe Pera. So I will be completely honest with you. I really, really, really wanted to get you that Drifting Off with Joe Pera vinyl for Christmas. I really wanted to, but I then looked up when it re-releases, and it's in January of next year.
Don't worry about it. I was actually watching the prices too, the sales too, because I was gonna get it and then immediately sold out. And he's like, "Guys, I did not anticipate how fast this would sell out.
Yeah.
I hear you, and I hear your requests. I will be making more, but it will be into the next year." So
Yeah. And I tried looking at other sites. There's nothing on Amazon, and all the other sites that are there are sites that I don't trust. So it's just like, I don't even know this one. I don't even know this one. I've never bought from Walmart online before. And it's just like, damn it. Like it bummed me out because I really wanted to get you that for Christmas.
thanks, man. I appreciate that gesture. No worries. I'll be watching out for it too. I'm currently trying to think up some Christmas gifts for y'all.
Yeah, I'm in the midst of trying to. Well, I get my paycheck tomorrow, so I will be on the hunt for some gifts. I already told people what I wanted this year. What we do is we give people like 3 things. It's like, okay, what are the 3 things that you would like? And we can fill in the rest from there. And so I just told people this year, was like, I want turtleneck shirts because I want to get back into turtlenecks. I want a mixology kit. And anything Mr. Terrific related you can give to me. So those were the things that I wanted to get for Christmas. So I put that out to my family, and we'll see where that goes, because they were like, well, we're probably not going to get as many gifts this year. I'm like, that's fine by me. Yeah. Christmas for me is more just time for relaxing.
That and the time for family. Like, I appreciate the traditions and just being able to, like, for example, we always watch Muppet Christmas Carol Christmas morning
Nice.
after breakfast. So like I look forward to that, and having Christmas dinner with the family that I don't get to see as much, and it's more about enjoying the time I have with family than the gifts. That especially with the economy we're in now and leading into.
Mm-hmm.
I care less about gifts. I always appreciate the gesture, but when it comes down to it, what's more important to me is the people. What's it called? We're doing some like craft gifts this year just to make things more affordable.
Yeah, no, that's understandable, and we're all just trying to figure out and see what we can do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now what I wanted to get into, and maybe we won't have as long, but this is what we'll be talking about the rest of the episode. So, Frankenstein, it's one of your favorite books of all time.
Yeah.
It's a book. It's a book I really enjoy too. You know, I remember reading it when we were in college a couple of years back. It was a summer break. It was either a spring break or a summer break, and I read this for 3 weeks. So I really enjoyed it. It really opened up my eyes about how no adaptation has ever gotten it right.
The closest we had was the 1994 Frankenstein movie with what's his name from Harry Potter. God, what's his name? Kenneth Braun.
Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah, him.
Kenneth Branagh made a Frankenstein movie.
Not made, but he played Victor.
Oh.
It's that one where Robert De Niro plays the creature.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the closest we've gotten.
What a star-studded cast, and yet such a failure.
Honestly, it was just so over-dramatized. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It. Oh, yeah, he did direct it.
It's a bummer. I like Kenneth Branagh.
Oh, and he helped write it, too.
Yeah.
Oh, Francis Ford Coppola is one of the producers. Man, this movie had like so many opportunities to do well.
Yeah, I know. It just kept shooting itself in the foot. But
it even had Bilbo. It had Bilbo.
Yeah. But yeah, so the new Frankenstein movie, the 2025 movie, written and directed by Guillermo del Toro. So I loved it. I really loved it. And, you know, I've read the book, so I know the background. And, you know, I remember watching the movie and being like, that ain't from the book. That's not from what I know. But I really like what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, for me, if it's like, okay, this isn't what I know, but I like how this is being handled. So I think that's what made the movie for me, because, you know, I am someone that, you know, I am used to adaptations usually changing things. Like, there's definitely some stuff where I'm like, that's not from the book, but I kind of like this. Like, even though I hate the Percy Jackson movies so much, one thing that I'll give them is I love the casting of Grover. Because Grover is very different in the books than he is in the movies. But I really liked Grover. Maybe it's because like I just like that actor so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was like, I kind of like what you're doing with Grover here. And but yeah, no, like there's definitely been time, but there's also definitely times where I've seen stuff and I'm like, oh, that's not even close, and you're totally misunderstanding it. I liked Guillermo del Toro's interpretation of it. I thought it was very good. It was very well shot, very well acted, and you know, like I also love the perspectives that it uses, and I think Jacob Elordi might be the best version of the creature.
Oh, hands down. I loved his portrayal of the creature. I liked the movie. I kind of put it in that same classification or a category as The Last Jedi. When separating it from my expectations of the source material, I like it and think it's a good movie. I don't know if it was just that I was going into... I've always loved Frankenstein ever since we had to read it in English. I read it before, and then I read it in English and loved it even more. I've read the both publications when it came to the original under Mary Shelley's husband and under Mary Shelley. I don't know. I expected a little bit more closer to the source material, but it's difficult to kind of... It's like peeling that abrasive side of the sponge in SpongeBob off. But when I am able to peel that off, I do like it. I was really hoping for something closer to the book, and I will say a hot take here. I have liked very little. I like a couple things, but I haven't liked many things Guillermo del Toro does. His style is very unique, and his storytelling can often be pretty good. I just have some gripes with some of the things, so that also might speak to why I like it, not love it.
All right. Well, what are some of your gripes
With specifically the movie?
Yeah.
I wish the relationship with Elizabeth and the creature was more obvious, whether they were trying to go with maternal or friendly or relationship wise. And that's the thing. Like, I don't want to say relationship wise, but you can't cut it out of the picture because of... I really didn't like The Shape of Water.
Yeah, I know you don't.
And it kind of... I don't know. I loved the character of Elizabeth much more than I like in the book. Actually, a fuller character.
Yeah.
And I loved that they had Mia Goth play both Elizabeth and Victor's mother.
Sorry to cut you off, which was not something I picked up on until after you told me.
Yeah, they. I like that little thing there. I just wish they had done more with Elizabeth, because right when I was like really getting into it, of course they got rid of Elizabeth's character, and I feel like maybe if some things were flushed out more, or if less time was put into the like second quarter of the movie, things would have been a little smoother. I don't know. It's a lot to tell in one movie. Maybe a part 2 would have been better.
I think it should have just been a full 3-hour movie. That is my one gripe
or a
with
miniseries. You know, there's been a lot of success with miniseries recently, and I mean, I have to rewatch it. It's been a couple of years since I watched it, but I did really like Frankenstein Chronicles with Sean Bean. I liked that. But I remember going to the theater. I was so hyped. We went to see it on Halloween. We got one of the last showings. And the first section of the movie I really liked, where he's storming onto the boat. He's trying to get to Victor. He's obliterating the sailors. And as I get to the later half of the movie, and I'm just thinking, wait a second, if he's just trying to get to Victor, I know these people are trying to shoot at him, but I feel like there's a better way to go around this if he's just trying to get to Victor to, have that... There's our timer. What's it called? Try and get to him and talk to him, but you could see that that shift once he realizes that Victor's been telling his story, but I also, he does all these things in self-defense, but in the book it's stated in multiple examples. The creature is not innocent. You could describe this creature as innocent because he's only acting in self-defense, or it might be a tad bit excessive, especially when it came to the dogs and the wolves and stuff. But he is only acting when provoked.
Yeah.
The creature in the book just chokes the living life out of Victor's brother, and blames the murder on the babysitter, the nanny, and watches her get executed and doesn't say anything. And Victor doesn't say anything. But one of my gripes with this movie is that the creature is so innocent in this movie that there is fault on the creature. He's the victim of the story. It's like Jesse in Breaking Bad. He's not innocent, but he is the victim. Yeah. And you feel bad for this creature, but it's more about the debate, nature versus nurture, not an answer like the movie's trying to give an answer. And like, there were some aspects I really liked, especially the creature being more peaceful and interested with life. But I don't know. I feel like it's a very separate story that's trying to be told through the movie compared to the book. And I mean that there's points there, because you don't want to just rehash the same story of the book. But I don't know. I might be a little snobbish and not thinking logically about it, but I don't know. What do you think? Am I being too harsh?
I see what you mean, but I also do think I interpret it more as like Guillermo is doing a marriage between the book and the classic Universal movies. Because, I interpret it as like he's taking a bit of his own interpretation. Like, I'm taking a little bit of this, I'm taking a little bit of this, and I'm putting it together to make this.
I see mostly the creature from the book and Victor and the world from the movies.
Well, because I know you were not entirely happy with the portrayal of Victor.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oscar Isaac is a fantastic actor. Love him in roles, and I will say his acting in the movie was great. Would I consider that Victor Frankenstein, or the Victor Frankenstein I was expecting from the book? No. Like, for example, in other pieces of Frankenstein media, their versions of Victor didn't even share the name Victor, so you can't really consider them the same character. This Victor doesn't make me think of the same Victor from the book. When I think of Victor, I think of a college dropout he's the smartest person in the room, but he knows it. And this delve into new science and the exponential growth of medical studies, especially in the time period. I think the book is 1790s, I think. And so there's a huge boom. I picture an ambitious, arrogant, narcissistic, college dropout who's so obsessed with his project, thinking it's going to make, he's not even caring about like the reputation he'll get from it. He wants to create life for himself. It's not like he's trying to publish papers on this or anything. It's purely through madness. And once he creates it, he, kind of falls back on everything, and kind of that madness clears. But But this Victor, he's definitely an asshole. Trying to steal his brother's fiance and, willing to burn down the entire castle or the lighthouse with the creature in it. And I do like the aspect of abusive father and repetition of behavior, passing the abuse down. It's very interesting, but I don't know. He seems like a very different character than Victor Frankenstein to me. I did really like how he reacts to the creature in this, because in the book, one thing I didn't like was, oh, okay, so you create this life and then it all of a sudden clears. You've got post-nut clarity and you faint from the creature and then you just forget. You think it was a dream. And with this, at least it makes sense that he's like, all right, what now? And then locks him up.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the stuff you're saying, I feel like they were kind of doing, because I didn't interpret Victor doing it just for like the awards and doing it for like the awards or just for the approval of the science committee. I think he was doing it to prove that he was right.
I picked it up as, I mean, yeah, you can take it as like he's right. He's trying to prove that he's right. But his Oscar Isaac's first appearance as Victor in the movie is him being a showman, showing off one of his experiments. He's very showy and he cares a lot about his reputation, and you can tell with the way he dresses, the way he carries himself, that he's the most knowledgeable person. The personality, some key aspects travel over, but I don't know. The portrayal is a little different.
I still see. I kind of know what you mean, but I also still view it as like Victor. He is presenting himself in a more means where he's in a more sophisticated means, because I think he's like, well, I mean, I am kind of above you. Shouldn't I dress it? He's walking into this room and he's getting the attention because he wants the attention. He believes it's like, see everyone, and they're looking at me because they know they can't stop listening to me, because even though I look like them and talk like them, I am better than them. I am their superior. Like, he is the narcissist. He is the person who wants the control. And that's why he wants the creature. That's why he makes the creature, because he wants to control death. That is the next thing he wants. He wants to build something and be like, I have done it. I have created life. Maybe he didn't do it because of like the passing of his mother, which I know the movie did, but he's like, I'm brilliant. What else can I do? It's unchecked narcissistic behavior. This is what happens when someone who has amazing, talented gifts is left unchecked. They try to go above and beyond and then create something horrid because it doesn't come from, even though it came from them being brilliant, it also came from their maddened psyche. And Victor and even though in the book Victor goes, I feel like he goes more mad as time goes on.
Yes and no. He has
in the book,
he has the post-nut clarity after the creator, the creature is created. But you're right. And that's what differentiates him from Victor in the book. Victor in the book is an asshole, narcissist, but he has redeeming qualities. I see none in Oscar Isaac's Victor. There is not. He is a scumbag to the core, trying to steal his brother's fiance. He cares about the reputation. He doesn't care about the life he created. He's willing to kill it because it's saying he's the creator. If human beings are created and whatever they worship, they think brought life, aren't they going to repeat the name over and over again because that's all they know? I mean, it's equivalent to trying to smother your child because they praise you.
Yeah.
And Victor is an asshole in the book, but that's what brings the debate. Is it Victor that, does he deserve it? And is Victor what causes the creature to become, enraged and act out in the way he does? Or is it the creature itself? Is he purely responsible for how he reacts?
Well, I don't, granted, it's been a while since I've read the book, but I don't remember anything like redeemable about Victor. There was nothing about him I liked as a person.
I wouldn't describe him as fully redeemable. I'd describe him as more redeemable than that Victor.
Maybe. They definitely leaned more into it, I will admit. And yes, also with the relationship with the creature and Elizabeth, I'm going to choose to leave it up to interpretation of like friendly mother like.
I really hope that's the case. I really hope that's the case.
Here's what Guillermo del Toro should do. Shut up. That's what he should do. Just don't give us an answer on it. That's why Tarantino was smart with his answer on like what's in the box, what's in the suitcase in Pulp Fiction. It could be whatever you want. It can be whatever you want it to be. And so yeah, I'd say to leave that up to interpretation, because if you give it an answer, a lot of people are gonna dislike it even more.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's why I understand those things, and I do see your points. I understand what you mean. However, I also see it as like I kind of like what Guillermo is leaning more into.
Oh no, like I said, separate. If I'm not going in, like I went in expecting this.
Yeah.
But more designed for movie format. Separating it from this. I like where it's going. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. It needs a lot of tweaking, but I think it's got something there. I like where it's going. It's just not all the way there for me.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I probably liked it more than you did. But
I think one of the big things that would have adjusted it for me is make the creature purposefully kill William. Make the creature at least a little responsible for, how he reacts to this rather than just self-defense brutality. Show that he's not fully innocent in this whole situation. He's responsible for how he reacts, no matter how Victor is,
Yeah, no, I could see that, but yeah, no, I and that's also why I wanted to talk about it on here, because you and I have very different perspectives on the movie, so I thought that would make for a good little debate on here. But yeah, no, I would put it in my top 10 of this year.
I'd put it in the top 10. I wouldn't put it in the top 5.
I think I might have put it in the top 5. Yeah, I mean, still, it doesn't beat my two movies, Weapons and Sinners.
Sinners has got to be 1 or 2 on my list.
Yeah, I need to rewatch Sinners before the year ends.
It's just so good, man. I love how they use vampirism as a way of representing losing touch with your culture and assimilation.
Yeah.
It's just so well done. And I love the eyes too. I loved it in Midnight Mass.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just so glad that they, it's just the predator eyes, like
Yeah.
eyes in the darkness staring you down. And at first I was a little skeptical about the whole you have to let them in thing. But not only just what it represents, but also doing it so well where it's freaky when they're demanding to be let in. I thought it was a little corny at first with the you have to let them in, and they're the whole garlic thing and stuff. But no, it was done really well. I liked it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like I also think the music of it and how it was portrayed
It's
and
so beautiful.
like it put blues in there, which I was like, okay, this is really good. And then it put Irish music in there. I was like, oh god damn it, this movie knows I'm a sucker for Irish music.
Mm-hmm.
Like you put some good Irish music in there with a very compelling bad guy, and it's like, okay, I win. Okay, you win.
And you get to see Michael B. Jordan gun down about a bunch of white supremacists.
Yeah, he did.
We love to see justice reign.
Yeah. And what's funny is the movie also has a thing where it keeps going when you think it's ending, but it's not dumb. It's cool.
No, and it doesn't feel like a just end it kind of thing. No, you kind of like itching for that one last drop. I do really like how it ends too, with that jump to the future.
Yeah, and and then Michael B. Jordan and Haley Steinfeld show up, and you're like, oh dear God. And then you're like, wait, hold on a second. And you're watching the scene play out, and you're like, this is dope.
Mm-hmm.
I like this. And yeah, no, I think we should rewatch that movie before the year ends.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. There were a few other movies I've been meaning to watch from this year. I've been meaning to watch Good Fortune with Keanu Reeves.
That's one you and I should definitely watch together, because I think you and I will just quote it. That money should go to fun stuff like chicken nuggies and milkshakes.
Why do I feel like that's the epitome of what millennials are and have become?
Mm-hmm.
What else? I'm looking at the list of movies from this year. I
also got to see Sorry Baby, which is a dark comedy. I think I might dig that movie. Bring her back.
Roofman. I meant to try and watch.
Yeah, I think that might be a fun one.
I remember hearing that story in college, and I was so pissed when I found out that it was being made into a movie, because I was like, man, that would be such a fun movie for our group to make. Oh, that new movie with Emma Stone.
Oh yeah, that one. I also got to see the new Zootopia.
I've heard good things. I think. I don't know. It was Letterboxd, and I couldn't really pick up on sarcasm.
Wait for Zootopia.
Yeah.
Oh no! First Zootopia is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's actually really good.
No, yeah.
And 2, I'm hearing actually amazing things from people that went in and saw it. They were like, no, this is actually really good.
Oh no, that's what I was saying. I think I've heard good things about Zootopia too, but I couldn't really pick up on the sarcasm. It was a lot of memes on the Letterboxd reviews. So
that's funny. Yeah. So I think this might be a good place to end the show on. But yeah, thank you all for listening and enjoying our show. You can find us on Instagram and Spotify and YouTube. I think I might get rid of our TikTok, because I'm also having trouble with the TikTok login.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I gotta finesse some of those.
Are you sure you don't want viewers to randomly be jump scared with our faces while they're doom scrolling?
I mean, that'd be funny, but no, I don't know. I mean, they could do that through Instagram, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. We're going to try to do one more episode before the year ends.
And just a sign off little thing for all the viewers. For me, just make sure to cherish the people in your life around you, especially at this time of year, as we have there's people around us going into the winter depression, and especially in the world we're in right now. Just make sure to cherish the people around you, and treat them with the kindness that everyone deserves.
That's beautiful, man. But yeah, so thank you everybody for watching and listening. Have a good day. Bye.